Hello, everyone. How are you all? I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're just gonna go for tell me a story. I mean, it doesn't look as nice as cyberpunk, but then again, it's about a decade old.
Is everything in place?
Almost.
Maybe a little
What
older
do
than
you
that.
mean, almost?
I have spoken with Montreal. The broadcast satellites are ours when we meet them. A few weeks of discomfort, and the public will be primed for our recall.
And the clinics?
We control their birth rate. They will do as we say.
I still think we should wait for the referendum.
We can't afford to wait. America's Science Board convenes next month.
But the mood among the delegates is shifting. I'm positive that given more time...
No. By going public with this discovery, Sarif is forcing our hand.
The world will not change overnight just because David Sarif wills it. Besides, we can do nothing until our biochip is ready.
I thought you said you were close.
Finding the correct nerve interface has proven more challenging than anticipated. Fortunately, thanks to David, I now know where to look.
And in Washington tonight, crowds continue to gather in front of the Capitol. Most are demanding that Congress severely restrict efforts to alter the human body's abilities. This in response to claims made by biotechnology expert David Sarif that his firm may have discovered a way to make human-controlled evolution available to all. Sarif Industries researchers are set to arrive in Washington tomorrow to defend their claim. But for tonight, this is Eliza Cassan reporting to you live.
With all due respect, Major, I'll expect 2 security details waiting for us on the tarmac. No, we won't be going through the terminal. It's too exposed. Yes. I'm glad you understand. Good night, idiot.
I understand that feeling sometimes.
No, not for me, it isn't. But you keep pulling on that necklace, Dr. Reed, and you're gonna break it. Come on, Meg. You've defended your research before.
That was different. Then it was all just theories. But this discovery, Adam, it's big. Kepler big. Rosetta Stone big.
So, what's the problem?
They'll want to know how I found it.
Megan, we're leaving for DC and... Adam, you're there. Good, good.
You need something, boss?
Yeah, I want to go over your security plans for Washington before we leave. You and your team ready to go, Megan?
Almost, David. We're just rechecking data.
Well, make it snappy. We have to actually be in Washington before you can dazzle all those federally appointed know-it-alls.
I hate it when he does that. Come on, I'll walk you part way.
What's sad is this looks better than the cutscene.
Patient X?
That's nothing, Adam. Just some of the research. Look, we really have to go.
I'm going to explore a bit.
You know, you really should get in the habit of locking your computer, Meg.
I know. Frank had told me about it too. Hey, stop reading my emails.
Ah.
Come on, Slope. Are you coming?
In a second.
hear a phone, but where the fuck is the phone? How do you find anything in this place? It's kind of sad that the gameplay looks better than the cutscenes anymore.
What did you mean back there, Meg? About how you found it?
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
There's something I should know about this place, about Sarif.
Megan,
Hold on.
we're still getting biochemical fluctuations across the artificial flow cells.
Okay. But the increased neuropeptides coming from the PDOT cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right. I'll double check that.
What is that thing in her hair?
I can't believe you were asking about
Is that some
David.
sort of
You've
hair
been long
clip?
enough to know of Eric, you wouldn't be avoiding me, would you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Dr. Reed.
Thing looks painful.
Too many peptides?
I'm thinking the glial tissue breakdown we noticed after splicing in the repressive protein might be the cause. If we had a better cytometer...
We might get a more accurate reading that confirms your theory. I'll ask David to consider it.
Well, if he orders one from Page Industries, maybe they'll throw in another cappuccino maker.
You overthink everything, Adam. The work we're doing is good. We're helping people overcome their physical limitations.
Yeah, except most of our clients seem to be DOD.
You're doing
It's
good.
not all
Another
military.
hour to go.
We work with teachers, doctors, construction workers.
Unfortunately, the military
Neil,
applications is what then funds for personal use.
Ah, Dr. Reed. This is General O'Neill.
Dr. Sevchenko was telling me you've made progress on the Typhoon.
yes, thanks to Vasily, actually.
As I was saying, sir, the Typhoon uses a modified combat chassis like the one I'm wearing. But I've improved its design using shaped microcharges to propel the steel balls.
And the backblast problem?
Solved through kinetic bleeders in the augment. Here, watch. Go ahead.
Impressive. How soon till it's ready?
I'm afraid I have to run, but Vasily has all the details, General.
Of course.
You're right. The teacher would just love having one of those things.
You're missing the point. Defense contracts keep us afloat, but neural augmentations that make you think faster, react quicker, they can really improve a life. Everybody's lives. David's talked about it for years.
Yeah, he is a talker.
He's a good man. Admit it, Adam. A part of you likes him.
No, I like everyone, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, right.
How far are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's gotten big, you know. Keeps knocking over all my plants.
Did you destroy that vase yet?
I moved it. And I fenced in the yard. Like you always said you were going to.
Yeah, never got around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things. Adam, there's something
Good evening.
Richard.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
There's Fermita. I'd better hurry. See you at the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
Fix that firewall yet?
You don't fix an entire firewall. You find the loophole and plug it.
Then did you plug it?
Yes, I did. Want to know how? Oh, wait, I forgot. Ex-cop. I doubt you'd understand.
Ex-SWAT, and you'd be surprised. Sarif has to see you too.
Athena. She wants me to show her how to track her scientist-implanted locator devices. In case your security plans in Washington don't measure up.
They will.
Gentlemen, how wonderful to see you both. Go right in, Adam. He's waiting.
This is the newest encrypted GPL tracker system. Transmits data to I don't care what it takes. I want you, Darrow, in Washington, by my side.
The man doesn't jump for anyone. He's a Nobel Prize winner.
Senators love this guy, Lyle. The hearings will go much smoother with him there. Big day for us tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us to the Hill, and Federal Protection Services takes over.
Good, good.
How's our girl holding up?
She's nervous.
All she has to do is show him her research. She explain it to you?
Not really into the whole science thing, boss.
It's incredible. All those purists out there accusing us of tampering with the natural order, when all Megan's done is figure out how to unlock the potential that exists within our own DNA. It's safer and easier than anything you Darrow ever did.
Environmental malfunction. Laboratory subsection 6. All lab chiefs, please report in.
We better not take any chances. Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know when you find. Athena, get someone to shut off that damn racket.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up, Adam. Code is 04.
I know. Last time I played this was on the PS3. So I think this,
Where's Megan? She reported in yet?
I mean, maybe it looks a little bit better, but
I think she's running.
Damn. Must have been a serious equipment failure. Can you get eyes on her?
I'm trying, but the intellicams aren't responding. There's interference coming from somewhere. Find out what's happening, Jetson. Hurry!
Richard? Richard!
something has gone seriously wrong here. Well, my bullets don't pierce it.
Hostile in the area. You can't keep hiding. Now, tornado.
Well, shit. It's like I hit left trigger, which is like, usually that's going to be aim. No. That was find cover. Well, that didn't work out. These controls are not quite how I remember them being. Ah, there we go. Not perfect still, but that at least went better. Well, shit, should have hit that button just a little bit sooner.
shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery.
My God, how thick was the glass? Come on, Anna. Stay with us. Yeah, he's not good to me like this.
Prepare for insertion of ERCC-1 craft.
Haven't you lost enough people today?
I'm sorry.
We're seconds away. His body can take it. Miraculous.
I think you're gone, Doctor.
Give him the info, Rick. Fine. Give me the telecom package.
Looking at this makes you wonder what's. I mean, what's the difference between machine and person? What's the separation point? At what point do you no longer be an organic life form, but a mechanical one? I mean, fundamentally, our bodies are machines. They're just organic machines already. Guy went for that matrixy look.
Adam, it's David. You in the building?
Just enter the lobby.
Sorry to pull you out of sick leave so soon, but we've got a situation. A break-in at our Milwaukee Junction factory. Meet me at the helipad.
I have to see Pritchard first. Something's wrong with my retinal enhancement.
Frank's on the second floor in the tech lab. Make it quick. People's lives are at stake.
Shall not grow old as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. In our hearts and in our minds, their devotion to science will always be remembered. To us, they have found immortality. So it looks like this might be some sort of memorial to those who fell in that attack that.
Jensen? Isn't it a bit... Jensen? Didn't hear you coming. You should probably be heading for the helipad, don't you think?
I do what I want.
I'll get there. But I thought I'd better clear up a few things first about my current mental state.
Heard that, did you? Look, I'm sorry. It's just that what happened to you was horrible. Most people don't recover this fast.
And you think sitting at home and obsessing over it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course not.
That's my reasoning, Ellie.
Things have been pretty rough.
It's not cyberpunk, but it's in that same genre of world.
Oh, and by the way, that Mexican town massacre was a complete bohica. But I wasn't fired because of it. I quit.
There's a difference?
Yeah, a little thing called integrity. You might want to look it up someday.
How are you guys?
I think it was too much of a risk. I mean, it's a miracle he didn't die in that operation.
Looks fine to me.
That's not the point. Those additional implants, the tracking system, and whatever else David put inside him, it was unnecessary. The body can only take so much when it's on life support.
Obviously, David thought after the attacks it was important to have the best possible
Nope. I was not possibly snooping around for possible passwords and such. I mean, what I saw looked good.
Oh man, look at this. I didn't think we'd see you for another 6 months, no matter what Seraph said.
Adam, I guess they called you in about the break-in. Just what we needed, huh? Another attack on our good name.
We're under attack again? I'm getting the feeling someone has it in for this company.
Jensen? Wow. I mean, Sarah spared no expense putting you back together, I guess. Nice to see you looking so, well, different.
Jensen, when did you get back? Oh, never mind. I don't really have time to chat right now.
People, just give me the passwords to your offices so I can go and raid them. I don't want to talk to you yet.
Jensen? What are you doing here? I wouldn't have put 2 credits down on you ever walking again, let alone coming back to work.
Well, here I am.
Why is David keeping the SWAT team from going in right away? Doesn't he remember the last attack?
You can't compare the two. Those guys were obvious.
Oh, hello, Mr. Jensen. I didn't know you were coming back. So soon, I mean.
No, this is on PC.
People keep complaining to me, telling me they feel like they're locked into quarantine.
Hey,
I first played this years ago on PS3.
Listen, I know how close you and Megan were. If ever you want to talk about it, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been tough on everyone.
Yes, well.
No one left any phones, data tablets behind. Got anything in here I can steal? Nope. Your office is useless. Yeah, when you think about how old this game is, it doesn't look too bad. It's... I mean, for when it came out, it was actually an absolutely gorgeous game. And in comparison to some of the older games in the series, looks really, really good.
For you, Adam? You don't have time to mess around. Get to the tech lab, or something seriously bad is gonna happen.
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might seem. Looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right. We done here? Because Sarif is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually...
Well, it's more the clothes don't...
If you got a problem with me, Pritchard,
don't really work that well. I think the people aren't all that bad.
I blame myself.
The mighty Pritchard blaming himself. That's got to be a first.
I'm the one who told Sarif we needed a physical security team to protect us. If he'd read my report closely enough.
Wait a second.
I mean, I generally feel that my fashion sense is bad, and then I look at these people, and it's like, I'm not as bad as I think I am.
The top private security contractors were on my list, but Sarif wanted somebody in-house. And so did Dr.
Yeah, they are.
I suggest you leave Megan out of this.
Why, Jensen? It's no secret how close the two of you were. And let's face it, you'd just been fired from SWAT for that massacre in Mexican town. No one was about to hire you.
You really have to stop getting your news from those Picus blogs, Francis. They only confuse you.
The point is, if Sarif had listened to me, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But Megan, God love her, always did have Sarif's ear.
Sarif's ear is going to be hearing a report about violence in the workplace if you keep this up. You really feel like continuing?
Point taken. Oh, and by the way, Jensen, I know you've gone through a lot of physical changes of late, but you didn't become a woman. Stay out of the ladies' restroom.
I don't have any Praxis kits, unfortunately. In this game, it's more like Dirty Harry.
Adam, how close are you to the helipad?
Almost there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare. Meet me in the chopper. I'll brief you as we go.
Factory workers have been taken hostage in the entire city. I doubt I need to remind you.
All the contracts we lost because of the last attack and the Washington hearings being postponed. Now this. Damn fanatics. You think the news is right?
It does. I don't know who actually does the voice, though, and that bugs me. Wonder. Wonder what else he's done. Well, Adam Jensen would be this character, yes.
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you, 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Seraph wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because the sooner we take off, the better it will be for everyone.
Yeah, I'm as rare as I'm going to get.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
Only so much robbing I can do right now. Robbing, looting, spying. But supposedly my copy of Cyberpunk should be in tomorrow, and then I can play it.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you up the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
No, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam. I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right, so how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
Always lethal.
I'm not about to take any chances.
Lethal it is. But remember, they do have hostages, and I'd hate to see any of our people get caught in the crossfire. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open, high ceilings. So, do you want something you can use from a distance, or up close?
Give me something with distance. If I get too close, I'll take them out personally.
Just try not to break anything expensive. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
These cutscenes at least look a little bit better than the earlier ones. Yes, they are. But these ones didn't age well. I was trying to see if I figure out if there's a melee button, but I couldn't figure it out. Assume there's a melee button. It's not a life vest. It's quite literally his chest. The accident, or well, the attack that kind of destroyed his body, they've kind of replaced most of them with mechanical stuff. I'll take that energy bar.
Tell me you're the guy we've been twiddling our thumbs waiting for.
SI Security. Name's Jensen.
Jensen. Yeah. I thought I recognized you. Used to be on Team 2 till that Mexican town thing went down. I gotta say, you're the last person I pictured taking orders from a CEO.
Things change.
Not always for the better. Feel like getting in there and doing whatever it is your boss wants you to do? Because maybe then we can do our job.
You look pretty dug in up here. What's the react team plan?
We got Alpha as point and Bravo as wing, both standing by to breach the target. We're coordinating from
Yeah.
here, but until your boss gives us the go-ahead, we're just holding our dicks.
Realistically, how much time do I have before any shooting starts?
According to protocol, none. According to your lawyers, the sooner you get in there, the sooner we can hose this powder keg down and call it a day.
We've got people inside. Any idea where I should look for them?
Yeah. Your plant manager, Josie Thorpe, managed to slip a call out before someone snatched her cell. She said the hostages are being held in an office near the assembly labs.
Makes sense. The workers were setting up for a production run, so they'd have been concentrated there.
You know more about that than I would. Anything else?
Intel on these purists. How much you got?
How much you want?
How many am I looking at down there?
Hard to say. We've spotted 3 in the courtyard, maybe half a dozen inside. But that's a sketchy estimate at best, since we seem to be getting a loop playback off your telecams.
That shouldn't be possible. I told Seraph to make sure Pritchard overhauled the system.
Well, someone inside must be tech savvy, because all we're seeing is a loop. For all we know, there could be 5, 10, or 3 dozen perps in there.
The leader's name is Sanders, right? What's his story?
Zeke Sanders. We're running background on him now. Looks like he fought 2 tours in the Gulf. One of them on a recycled military bill.
You mean he's augmented? Seraph told me he's not.
He used to be augmented. Says his Augs made him do evil shit, so he ripped him out. Now he's got a whole crew of gullible street kids listening to his crap and ready to die for him. Or kill.
They communicate any demands yet?
Not yet, but I get the feeling they're not that organized. Most of the guys I've seen look like street bangers and thugs. The kind who get their jollies trashing equipment. You ask me, is the man in charge you have to worry about.
I think I've heard enough.
You sure? Wouldn't want to make your boss unhappy.
I got it from here. Sit tight. Wait for Seraph's signal.
Like we got a choice.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there, heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
The only difference between Jensen and RoboCop is
Yeah, everything seems under control. No sign of SWAT. No sign of anyone.
that basically Jensen's not trying to be a cop. You saw nothing. I forgot to do that with the other guy. Should have looked for who the source of him being knocked out was first, rather than go and try to help. That would have been the smart move. Okay. Oh. Oh. I'll get up and walk around for a moment. Oh, I don't know what you mean by do it mid-game, but always need to get up and stretch just a little bit every now and then. Ow. Drop my phone on my foot. What, me just getting up? I mean, you asked me to stretch. But welcome to the stream, not Ninja Poo Poo Head. Don't want to walk across that. Oh yeah, I forgot how the inventory system here worked. That's fine. Regardless, tomorrow night's stream is cyberpunk. So long as I have it in my hands. But the stream after that, I'll honor it. Okay, so you have to manually change weapons.
Richard, I'm in.
Nicely done, Jensen.
Well,
May I ask how?
so long as I have cyberpunk tomorrow,
It'll be in my report next time we discuss security loopholes.
Tuesday, I will follow that.
Be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
And you'd actually have to spend the points. Because so far I'm not seeing where the points have been spent. Unless it didn't actually work. Which is a possibility, I know. I've had sometimes not actually show up in the chat. Nope. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was changing... Now I got something to view with my chat. Moment, sorry. I'm fine with basically any other stream than the first night I have it in my hands. I've been looking forward to that game for far too long to let the first night I have it in my hands not be able to play it. That's why I'm like, any other night, I'll do it.
Anybody seen D-Rag?
Probably smoking a cigarette. Why?
He shouldn't be wandering off like that. See, once it's all on full alert. What's more, Popos ain't coming in here. Not while he's holding all the cards.
No shit. You see Zeke with the hands on the sneak us? Does he know what to expect?
I know you're here, Magic Man.
Kept hitting the wrong button. Got some whiskey.
finding here? Then you'll know. You'll all finally listen. What? Shit. Better check it out.
Picked up some beer, some more tranquilizer darts, news article. Now, I was wondering. Hmm. Yay, alcohol. Okay, so we got what? 10 hydrates and 20 jumping jacks. Well, my cup hath runneth dry, so I need to fill that. Okay, that takes care of the jumping jacks. Oh. There we go.
Jensen, I just tried to unlock the assembly lab door, but my override codes aren't working. Someone's changed the protocols.
What? Didn't you plug the...
I'm on it. But until I find this particular breach and fix it, you'll have to hack the door manually. Pritchard out.
Access granted.
There's a lot of them down there. Thank you, Ellie, for gifting the sub to Audie.
bomb! Where's the bomb squad? Where's the bomb
Access
squad?
granted. Automated dispersal device deactivated. Countdown terminated. Have a nice day.
Pritchard, get word to Seraph. I found the hostages.
I'm relaying good news, I hope.
They're safe. And they're staying put.
Yep,
So
all the hype.
for them as soon as I've got the prototype.
I'll tell Sarah, but don't take too long.
Listen up. I need you all to stay calm, keep your voices down, and wait here for SWAT. The plant's not clear yet.
Not clear, but those terrorists, they've got my wife.
Your wife?
She's the manager here. Josie Thorpe. They said they needed her to open the administration building. They were looking for...
And now we're
evidence
just
of some
one step
kind.
closer to
I haven't seen her
to the
since.
next
We have to
emote.
find her.
I'll do my best. But right now, I need you all to stay here and wait for the police. Can you do that?
Yes, of course. But please, hurry.
You said they were looking for evidence? What kind of evidence?
I don't know. They're purists. They think the body is sacred and shouldn't be tampered with. They probably want something that will implicate us in moral wrongdoings.
Did they know about the typhoon?
It's a top secret contract. How could they? And we only moved it in a few hours ago. Please, I don't think they expected anyone would be working today. And now that they're backed into a corner, you have to find my wife, please.
That was too close. They were going to kill us with poison gas. What kind of people are we dealing with?
Thank God you showed up. I don't think they were gonna let us go.
What took you so long? Where are the cops, for Christ's sake?
You've got to find their leader. He's the key to all of this.
Is it over?
Hurt
Thank
them,
you,
lift them up
God,
into a
it's over.
frenzy.
I said I'd give up drinking if you got us out of this.
How'd they even
I
get
guess
in
now I've
here?
gotta
No
follow
alarms
through.
went off or anything.
I know you don't want us running around the place until everything is secured, so why don't you go ahead and do that so we can get out of here?
Working on it. Kind of exploring around, make sure I don't leave anything behind. Where the hell is this taking me? No, just took me into here.
This shit ain't right.
controversial hearings set to scrutinize the company's research. With those hearings permanently on hold, many are now wondering if something else is going on. Is David Seraph hiding something?
Wait for this guy to come back around, and then we'll nab him.
Access granted.
Those guys calm down a moment. First, you guys should learn how to shoot. Well, and that also applies to me as well. I'll take a frag grenade. Where's this go? Oh, just right back into that big room. I really need more inventory space. That's the more important thing right now, I think.
Access granted.
Okay.
Step away from the console. Now!
Help me!
I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Son of a bitch. Pritchard, you still there?
Where else would I be?
Patch me to Seraph, now.
Adam, it's David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah, but you were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that. What about Sanders?
SWAT's pressure me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
Oh yeah, because it's like a 4x4 something, or something like that. As much as I'd like to take it, I still can't. Well, shit, he went down there.
Many are now wondering if something else may be going on.
Keep running, asshole!
There, I hit you.
Access granted. granted. Access granted.
Oh, we'll just keep hacking company data.
Access granted.
Take that beer.
Access granted. Access granted.
Well, I just hacked that computer, which is better experience anyways than...
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Yep, I unlocked those. Good. Now we can get going. So wait a minute. Did I explore everything up top? I don't remember if I did or not. I think I did, but let's go up and make sure. I know I went through the conference room. I went through that office. Okay.
Don't lie to me. I don't want to hurt you. You're a civilian. But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look. Serif's attack dog. You're here to clean up before the police bust in? He thinks we're breaking the law. Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Back off, Lantern. I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is here, but I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser. I told you, stand down or this bitch is dead.
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right. I'm a decorated vet, and I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady's my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You've got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me. But I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are you stupid? I don't work with dogs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
Well, what? I want to save her.
Nothing else to say.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. That's the problem, kid.
I ain't got all day here, cabrón.
You just think that taking a hostage is your only way out of here. You're so committed to that tactic, you're not seeing any other solution.
It is.
Let her go, and you will.
Sorry, but I got no choice. There's no way I could put my trust in you. You're on the same side as the cops. They got me completely surrounded, and there's nothing I can do. I'm all alone in here.
The only thing the cops are focused on right now is the safety of the civilians. Same as you. You've risked your life to do what's best for other people. You're not some drive-by banger.
You're right. I'm not. One of your kind tricked my brother into manipulating me. And I have to make sure that they get what all can openers deserve. I'm not wasting any more of my time arguing with you. Out of my way, freak.
Listen, the hacker's plan was for you to die. He knew there would be civilians here tonight. He thought of everything. He used your brother because he knew you would trust him. That's how well he knows you. He expected you to take a hostage, just like he knew the cops would kill you for it.
You're right. Damn! You know, he even asked me once about hostages. I told him I would if I had to. I thought I had to here, but I can't afford to, can I? Go on, get out of here. You're free to go. I did what you wanted, so let me go. I got Blade here too, I see.
I've got as much interest in finding out who's really behind this as you do, Cabron.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll owe you one. But I promise you this. Someone's gonna pay.
I'll look over there. Adam! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation?
No. I need this.
Adam!
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
Copy. Jensen out.
Now we'll hack this.
Access granted.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a little shaken up, but what about the other hostages? My husband was with them in one of the assembly labs, and I overheard talk about a bomb.
Don't worry, they're safe.
Oh, thank God. When those men surprised us. Mr. Jensen, they should not have been able to get in. With the typhoon being moved in and all, I double-checked the protocols myself.
Yeah, I expect Pritchard's doing the same thing right now. Stay here. DPD will want to question you. But you and your husband should be reunited soon.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. You're a hero.
Well, I'm not.
Come on, Wilson.
Sorry, Mr. Thorpe. The target is on lockdown. I can't let anyone in.
My wife, is she all right?
She's fine. A little shaken up, though. Swab will need to debrief her, but you'll see her soon.
I don't know what to say. I think I've given up on her. You're a true hero, man. I'll find some way to repay this, I swear.
There's no need for that. I was just doing my job.
Don't be modest. I didn't recognize you before, but I know who you are, Mr. Jensen. And I know you weren't supposed to be back at work yet. Thank God you are. I'll be in touch. Count on it.
Well, before we go flying away, check for more loot possibilities. Not seeing anything.
You made a lot of people happy tonight, Jensen. And not just the men in suits.
That's what they pay me for.
No. They pay you to put corporate interests ahead of people. You found a way to satisfy everyone. Guess Dr. Reed was telling the truth about you.
Megan? What are you talking about, Malik?
Before you were hired, she said the papers were lying about Mexican Town. That you weren't fired from the force. You quit when you realized protecting
What was
Sarah
see?
had become
Seems
such
pretty
an
dumb
asset
from
for
where
corporate
you're sitting.
interest. Nice to see she was right. You ready to go?
The, actually, no, not yet.
Yeah, but don't take too long. Boss is expecting you.
Because I saw something, because when I was pulling up, there was something very useful that I saw in this place that I want to go back and try and get. Oh yeah, he was. So this is before retrieving the Typhoon. How far back through this building can I go? This is a damage upgrade mod, which those are very useful, especially considering that the first boss pretty much almost cheats, and how tough he is. So if I can go back and get that, that would be super useful. Yeah, he is. He pops back up, if I remember correctly, for some side quests if he got away. Good, you don't want to shoot me anymore. Okay, where is this? Storage room 3. We need to find storage room 3. Storage room 2. Storage room 3. There it is. This is a crappy shotgun, so I'm not going to use it. You actually end up using the handgun a lot. But we'll throw it on the assault rifle because you use that a lot too. Now we can leave. But if I remember correctly, way back in the day when I was like trying to figure out why the first boss was so hard, I think I remember rings on like that's not originally what was planned to be the first boss. So it just kind of got stuck as the first boss. And so it's very easy to get overwhelmed by the first boss.
Ready to leave now, Jensen?
Yes, now I am.
Your wish is my command. Climb in. New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So,
It's not a new
feel
look, it's the old
being
look.
augmented.
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
You're right. I didn't choose to get augmented. And I still don't know if I would have if given the choice. But today felt good. Surprisingly good.
Dr. Reed said you'd take to them. Said it was in your genes. Just be careful, okay? A lot of people think there's a reason the human body rejects this technology over time.
I didn't peg you for the type who gets caught up in metaphysical debates, Malik.
I'm not. I told you myself, I've got neuro enhancements. I'm just saying the choices we do get to make inevitably have consequences.
Yeah. Tell that to the bastard who did this to me.
I hear you. And you know what? You're not the only person in this place who wants to find him. So if I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
Yeah,
No,
but
that
then
was
why
just
is
timing.
kidnap people?
Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Sevchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
I'm like you, that doesn't make a whole lot of
Mr. Sarah's
sense,
hoping
and I
to
know the
reconstruct
story.
it, but it may take months, if he can keep us solvent that long.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the Intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland. I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual, and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew it had hit us,
They were gone.
whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
I'm gonna find them, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
I know at some point this becomes available and there's like a stash back here that's actually really nice. Which I can't hack that, unfortunately, not yet. You can find the code somewhere, but I don't remember where you can find the code. We'll have to look around a little bit and see if we can't find...
Mr. Taggart went on to express his sincere desire to stand in front of the General Assembly.
Picked up one beer! Cold beer, please. What's my hacking skills at the moment? Not great.
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sandra's group.
Maybe you, Darrow? Hell if I know. What did... Hey, 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 look who's back. Congratulations.
Jensen. Didn't think I'd see you back here. I guess they couldn't find anyone competent to take your place.
Kind of hard to replace someone who's good.
All they do is watch Picus and listen to the one-sided pundits talk about us like we're monsters.
Dory, your family has a right to their opinion, but they don't have the right to ostracize you.
Josie Thorpe. She's the plaintiff.
Right, Josie. Yeah, I met her. What happened?
I heard the leader of the terrorists had a gun to her head, but Jensen talked me to let her go.
No data pads. Nothing.
Hi, Adam. Great to see you back.
Okay, so I've got door codes for a couple of rooms. Not that one. Let's see if we can find those offices. Well, got another office door code. What office did it say it was? Room 32. So that would be upstairs. These are numbered oddly. Well, I can't hack that at the moment. Really need to up our hacking skills.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and SCSI adapters.
Well,
ooh, SCSI, that's not been a thing for a while.
Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
They spin the news like anyone.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
You insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
You asked me to deal with the situation, and that's what I did.
I see. I'm also starting to see why your superiors in the police force decided to blame you for the Mexican town riots. Christ, Adam. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Nothing I can rob or steal or do anything with. How about your desk? Anything?
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time. Denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
I should probably save first. Because if these go bad, they go spectacularly bad.
Access granted.
Oh, well, you're right there. Well, I broke into your office anyways.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen.
3, 4.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen.
Access granted.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office.
I'll get to it.
Jensen.
You stop asking me. I have every intention of getting there eventually.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen.
Access granted.
Please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Just haven't gotten to it yet. That's all.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
Access granted.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
Okay, well, nothing incredibly useful in a lot of these offices, but the experience is nice.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen? Adam Jensen, please report to your office.
Access
Adam
granted.
Jensen?
Bit on the costly side, but meh.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
Access granted.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen? Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
Hey, Jensen, glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's just, it's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
And I should care about this because...
Damn, Adam. Are you really going to shake me down like this? That's cold. I'm hurting here. Look, I may be able to get my hands on a weapon mod for you.
Ah, it's an RPG. Of course you gotta...
Alright. Tell me more.
Really? Wow. Thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Access granted.
Okay. Make sure I got every office I can, and what I don't, see if I've got door code. Also want to go check that, see if I found the code already for, I don't think I have, because I think it's actually in one of here. There it is. And most of the codes actually are, like, if I remember correctly, they're set in stone. So it's like, if you know the codes, you can just put them in. I know there's a few codes that actually do change, but
Mrs. Reed?
Oh, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. But this is where you were.
I'm not very good for helping on that.
This is also the place where I lost my
On that, Ellie. I am horrible at just figuring out for myself what I want to play.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more.
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
Yeah.
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
We'll inactivate all those for right now. Because I think I'm just going to the limb clinic tonight. We'll go visit there. And then we'll call it a night. See, you guys almost look like construction workers, except for the guns in your hands.
I, for one, approve of these protests. These limb people.
I mean, he almost has like a Neo from the Matrix look to him. And the shoulders seem to be way too wide.
Mr. Jensen, David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be under Rapazine shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis Kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to LIM in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look. Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
Okay. We'll do that one. Hmm. What else shall I spend this on? We might save that one for right now.
I've never been under anesthesia before. Is it true they... If you're here for some work, please go to the counters. I've never been under anesthesia before. Is it true they stop your heart and the machine does your breathing?
More or less. I know it sounds a little hairy, but everything's fine.
Protesting is not against the law. I know that, officer. But some of those guys were carrying tire irons and setting garbage.
Okay. So that's where we're going to stop for now. We'll return tomorrow night with currently all plans and intentions being cyberpunk, so long as it actually arrives tomorrow like it's supposed to.